It is 11:30. I fell asleep after work now. Remember when I said maybe I'll be able to record for longer tomorrow? So yeah. I don't know why I'm so bad with this right now. It's not even like, oh no, I'm hesitant to record or anything like that. It's not even anything like that. It's literally just like, for some reason, the past couple of days, I just keep getting distracted, or I'm just tired. I don't know why. It's fucking weird. Anyways. Alright, does everyone have a curry? I look across all the faces in the dining room. Today's dinner has turned into a bit of a small party. Luckily, I made extras, so the leftovers could feed Suzu for the lunch tomorrow. Oops. You know, I don't need to do this, considering there's a fucking there's a fucking CG gallery already, but I don't care. I just have to. I had to real quick. Actually, I should probably just pick this one instead.
ま、たまにはこういうのも悪くないかなってね。それではいただこうか。
Everyone presses their hands together, says their thanks, then digs in.
お腹すいた。そうそう。お茶を取ってこなくちゃ。
それならついでに僕のもよろしく頼むよ。
めんどくさいな、もう。
I'm starting to pick up on the pattern. Essentially, if a CG is on screen, if a person in the CG is talking, it'll give the nameplate without the fucking character sprite down in the corner. If someone that isn't in the CG is talking, it just gives the character sprite but no name tag.
何?
Huh? The gaze meets mine. Do you need something?
今、ゆうくん、私のことじっと見てなかった?
Ridiculous. Quickly shift my eyes to the curry and dig in. Not too bad if I do say so myself. Eat silently. Try my best to act natural and ignore Suzu suspiciously eyeing me. I really hope she hasn't found out. I assume she at least sensed that something was off with her sharp, almost animal-like senses. She keeps staring at me, and then...
ま、いいけどさ、お茶取ってこよっと。
Her interest peters out and she leaves her seat to head to the kitchen. Phew. I was too close for comfort, seriously.
ゆうまさん? どうしたんですか? ため息なんてついて。
That's nothing.
そうですか?
She tilts her head curiously.
ほら、麦茶。持ってきたよ。
She returns not long after from the kitchen and hands one of the glasses in her hand to Shigure.
すっごい冷たいのを持ってきてやったぜ。どうよ、嬉しい? なんだよその目、文句でもあんの?
熱いお茶しか飲まないと決めてるんだ。
てめえ。
いや、もちろんこれはこれで美味しくいただくけどね。
せっかく持ってきてやったのに、もういい、返せ。
飲まないなんて言ってないだろう。ただちょっとした意思表示のつもりだったんだ。
うるさいよ、返せって言ってるだろ。もうお前なんかに優しくしてやんないから。
She snatches the glass from Shigure before we have enough time to react.
ひどいな。
じゃ、改めていただきます。
She presses her hands together, after which, dipping her spoon in curry and bringing a spoonful to her mouth, 1 second passes. Her hands cease moving and her lips contort to a grimace. The sound of the small fist bump I did. In the blink of an eye, her face becomes as red as a lobster. Spreads her hands to her mouth and screams out.
ユウくん、これは一体どういうことなんだ
I
よ。
see a fang.
私用のカレーは甘口でよろしくねっていつも言ってるでしょ。それなのにこれは何？ひどすぎる辛さだよ。
Also, why why has the life left Kanna's eyes? Kanna's eyes flicker confusedly.
私のカレーは辛くないですけど。
僕のも普通だ。
She's speechless.
これはひょっとしていじめなの？
What? Of course not. Don't be silly. I rest my spoon on my plate and then stare solemnly into her eyes. Do you know what this is? I reveal the item I'd been concealing underneath my arm. Oh, I think you know. You know exactly what this is, Suzu.
それって。
That item being, yes, the megaphone Kana brought with her to school today. This is what we call some good old-fashioned revenge. A dish best served cold, or spicy in this case. Someone punches you, you punch back. Someone slides you, you slide them right back. That's one rule. That's one of the rules of our trade. You told me that yourself, I believe.
ちょっとしたお茶目じゃないか。
I don't want you throwing any of that curry away, you hear me? Wasting food is bad, and I made that extra spicy curry special for you. If you don't eat it, I'll never make you dinner ever again.
本気。
Oh, you bet.
意地悪。
Bit of tears streaming down her cheeks, she eats spoonful after spoonful of the extra spicy
辛
curry.
いよ、辛いよ。舌が痛いよ。ヒリヒリするよ。
As I continue to watch, I begin to feel a tad bit sorry for her. Maybe I overdid it. Maybe just leave it. Leave it. I'd finally enacted my sweet, sweet revenge, but for some reason I didn't feel all that sweet. There's no joy in making another person suffer. This incident has reminded me of that.
ああ、もうひどい目に遭わされたよ。まったく。
She stares daggers
ま
at
さか
me.
君にこんなひどい仕打ちをされるだなんて。弟子に欺かれるだなんて。晴天の霹靂だよ。
Bolt. The expression you're looking for is a bolt from the blue. As this conversation is taking place, I'm suddenly reminded that 3 days from now it'll be Monday, which means school. I'm very much not looking forward to that. Who knows how tarnished my reputation will be after this morning's disaster. I vividly recall Miu glowering at me as I left. I just hope there aren't any weird rumors circulating at school already.
ああ、うん。学園といえば、ここらで忘れないうちに話しておこうか。
No bad feeling. She could have finished with his dinner, speaks to the rest of us still eating.
ちょっとした発表というか報告があるんだ。
What's going on?
新入りの彼女、南かなについてたか。
My bad feeling is growing bigger.
はい、私ですか？
She points her index finger at her face.
そう、君だ。君は早くて来週より、この寮からユウマくんの通う学校、
Yep, there we
鈴鹿学園に通うことになるだろ
go. I'm what?
う。どうかな、ユウマくん。忙しくなるっていうのはこういうことなんだけど、少しは驚いてくれたかな？
I don't know if surprise is the right expression. Like,
私の方が驚いているんですけど。
それはそうさ。今初めて口にしたのだから、驚いてもらわなくては困るよ。
I'm struggling to find the right words. What am I even supposed to say after hearing news like
明
that?
日にでも、君と一緒に学園に行こうと思ってる。学園長に挨拶と、転入に必要な手続きをしにね。
Kana stares at him blankly, head tilted in confusion. It would appear I'm not the only one grasping for words in this situation. Oh, hold on a second. Are you serious about this?
もちろん嘘はない。何か問題でもあるのかな？
I mean, no, it doesn't bother me personally, but why are we doing this all? Why are you doing all these things for? You're almost acting like her guardian or something. It just doesn't seem like the kind of thing you do for a girl you met a mere 2 days ago. Like a mere day ago and bear no blood relation to whatsoever. At least not by my standards of common sense.
なんだ、 君は反対なのかな、ユウマくん。
Nah, that's not really the point I'm trying to get across. So I shake my head as I gaze at that lackadaisical smile of his, which never seems to fade. He literally is not smiling currently. I'm not against the idea of her going to school in general. I'm not opposed to her living here either. It's not my place to oppose your decision on that matter. I'm just a bit confused, I guess you might say.
だけど
What's compelling you to do these things
それ
for
はね、
her?
ユウマくん。僕は彼女にここに置くと言ったからだ。
Huh? That's it?
それ以上に何が必要なのかな。
Well, we're really the only one who doesn't see that as a legitimate reason.
ともかくここに置くと彼女に言ったわけだから、僕は彼女の保護者になったと言ってもいい。そんな彼女に僕ができる限りのことをしてあげたいと思った。ただそれだけのことなんだ。そこには特別な理由があるわけじゃないんだよ。
Okay?
だから年若い者の特権として学生生活を満喫する機会を彼女にも与えてあげようと思ったんだ。
I just can't empathize with this man's values. Freewheeling, maybe that's the word you do use to describe people of his kind. I guess it's somewhat similar to Suzu in that regard.
私が学校？
いや、だったかな。君が嫌ならそれはそれでいい。強制はしない。君のことをちょっと驚かせたくて今まで秘密にしていただけなんだ。だから強制するつもりはまるでない。学校に行くか行かないか選択するのはあくまでも君だ。嫌なら嫌とはっきり言ってくれればそれでいいんだよ。どうかな。やっぱり大きなお世話だったろうか。
まさか大きなお世話だなんてそんなこと思いません。とても嬉しいです。
そうか、それはよかった。
だけど私はここに住まわせていただけるだけで十分以上に幸せなのに、それなのにこんな何から何まで良くしていただいて本当にいいのかなって。
そんなものは気にしなくてもいいんだ。子供は遠慮を知らないくらいが可愛いもんだよ。とにかくそんなわけだからユウマくん、今週末に2人で必要なものを商店街に買い出しに行ってくれないかな。
I'm gonna go shopping with
学
her.
生には制服とかカバンとかその他もろもろ
She
必要
also
な
needs
もの
new
が多いから
glasses,
ね。
actually.
この先の生活にもいろいろと必要なものは尽きないだろうし。お金のことは心配しなくてもいい。好きなものを買ってくるといいよ。
Is that this weekend? So Sunday?
週末二人でお出かけ、そして買い物。これは
Her eyes all of a sudden shoot open.
デートだね。そうだよね。いや
There are times when I wish she had a mute button. One question. Did you not consider that I might already have plans?
何か予定があるのかな。
Well, no, nothing particular. It just doesn't feel right having things arbitrarily decided and then shoved onto me like this input wasn't even a consideration for them.
予定がないならいいじゃないか。1ミリの問題もない。そうだろ。
Alright, I'll do it. But I get the impression he's perfectly aware of my discontent and asking this anyway. I know he's not doing it to spite me. He's just thinking with Kana's best interest in mind.
すみません、ユウマさん。
It's fine, you're not really to blame, I guess.
なんだかよくわかりませんが、お手数をおかけします。週末はよろしくお願いいたします。
What is this? All these decisions being made entirely behind my back, and now they're dragging me into it. It almost feels like there's some invisible thread twined around my body, and it's being used to slowly reel me in. It's making me feel dizzy. Actually, I might have a theory, but that theory depends on how people react to her once she does attend school. Essentially, there is a chance that... How do I best describe this? Spoiler alert for people that haven't played the Crossbell games and the Trails series. What if she has like almost something similar going as Kia, where she just straight up people can't hate her, quote unquote. Like they see her and immediately feel some sort of kinship or just desire to protect or something like that. And the MC for some reason is like the only person that isn't affected by it. Like that is a theory that could potentially be a thing. But I'm gonna wait until we see how people react to her at school. Anyways, I open Shinku's book and begin to scribe today's entry. A daily ritual necessary for a forgetful person such as myself. Otherwise, I won't be able to retain memories for as long as others. Let's see. Today, Kana arrived at school to bring me my chopsticks. Stop writing. Great. All done. Shut the book, stand up, and head straight towards my bed. Alright, I got an early day tomorrow, so I better get some sleep.
Oi, ちょっと待て。
Yeah, that is not enough. My arm suddenly ceased, preventing me from moving any further. What?
今日はカナが学校へお箸を届けにやってきてくれた。そんなのは日記と呼ばない。ただのメモだ。
Shinku, you know I'm bad at writing entries.
そういう問題じゃないだろう。これは大切なことなんだ。お前が私の本に日記を書くということは。
Yes, I know that. I just have a hard time summarizing my day with words, okay?
まったく。しょうがないやつだな、お前は。
She heaves a heavy
小さ
sigh.
な頃からずっと私の本に日記を書いてきてるのに。お前はいつになったら私のサポートなしでまともな日記が書けるようになるんだ？
Beats me.
さーてお前な。とにかくそこに座るんだ。もう一回最初から書くんだ。
Alright, Mom! Fine. Walk over to the desk and seat myself in my chair again. Hold on, where is it? Like, I mentioned it already that the HD version already sounds like the overworld theme for an RPG. This even more. It 100% sounds like the overworld theme for a JRPG. I will never stop saying that. This as well. I guess you could kind of like... Both of them sound like overworld themes for JRPGs or general RPGs. But you can like layer them at different time... like eras. Quote unquote. Like this, the original is maybe like late GBA era, I guess you could say, while the HD version is like early 3DS, late DS. If I'm not completely going insane. That's how I would put it, essentially. Shinku then plops on my lap.
今日も一緒に日記を書こうか。
I don't really feel that anything of note happened today.
そんなことはないって。今日はあの子が、南かなが学校にやってきた以外にもいろいろあっただろ？
Really?
そうだ。あの子と異界にも行ったし、それからハクとレンとも会った。
Yeah, that did happen, didn't it? Write down the words in Shinku's book as she continues. He reminds me of other things. Just like that, I built a picture today. Everything that I want to tell my future self. Everything that I'm able to recall now.
どうした？手が止まってるぞ。
Could you move somewhere else, please?
どうして？
Really gonna ask that? Because it's difficult to write with you on my lap.
嫌だ。
Why do you sound so offended?
ここはお前が日記を書くときの私の指定席なんだ。見やすいんだよ、日記の文面が。
She purses her lips peevishly and says to
なん
me.
だよ。文句あるのか？
No, not really. I just feel like any other spot would work just as well.
それは今言ったじゃないか。この体勢が一番いいんだって。ユーマがちゃんと私の言う通り書いているかチェックできるし。
Ahem, she coughs and points to the page I'm writing
文
on.
句言わずにちゃっちゃと書け。
Fine. Arguing with her further won't serve any purpose, so I resign myself to my fate and jot down the rest. Alright, that should be good enough. Nah, it's really time for bed. Today wore me out big time. Shinku? For some reason Shinku isn't budging from her place on my lap. What's wrong?
ユーマ、
Yeah?
ちょっとテストをしようか。
Test? What
ユ
for?
ーマが私の本に日記を書かなければならない。その理由は、
That's a random question.
いいから答えろ。私の本に日記を書く。それはとても重要なことなんだ。ずいぶん昔に、そう決めたじゃないか。
Yeah, I still remember. At least I think I
そ
do.
れなのにユーマは、どこかこの約束事を軽く捉えすぎているような気がする。だから、復習だ。日記を書かなければならない理由。それをちゃんと覚えているかどうか。テストをする。
What? Of course I still remember that. Why do we even need to waste our time going over that? This isn't school.
いいから死のもの言わずにさっさと答えろ。じゃないと、ここからずっと、どいてやらないから。
Fine. No way I'm out unless I answer a question, so I reluctantly do so. The sorceress Nikaido Shinku has granted me a power, the power of absolute healing. Use that power in order to fulfill her wish as well as my own, but that power doesn't come without a price.
その代償は？
My memories are consumed every time I use the power, and my ability to remember things also worsens. Basically, I become terribly forgetful. The more I use the power, the worse it gets.
そうだな。
That's why I use your book as a diary, write down in it the memories I want to retain and not lose hold of. I'm just weird like that. If I write something down in there, I'll never forget it even if I don't look at it.
その通り。
She nods with satisfaction. Is the test done?
はあ。まず前半の試験はここまでだ。後半はまた今度。
What grade did I get?
合格点に近いよ。
Resting her back against my stomach, she smiles broadly. Then she looks up at
ユー
me.
マは優秀だ。
Thanks for compliment, I guess. She swings her legs back and forth, back and forth. My honest thought is that it's a rather childish thing for her to be doing. But if I told her that, yeah, she would definitely get mad.
遅くまで付き合わせて悪かったな、ユーマ。今日は疲れたんだろう。ゆっくり眠れ。
Will do.
おやすみ、ユーマ。
Gradually, her body becomes more and more
明日
transparent.
も、ユーマにとって素晴らしい日になることを祈ってるよ。
The weight resting on my lap then completely disappears. I stare blankly at the now empty space she once occupied. Don't know why, but I feel this pang of loneliness in my chest. Good night, Shinku. Once I close my eyes, I enter the wide world of my dream. The world where feathers fall from the sky. The wind from beyond which took you from me. La sombra del viento. Actually, I suddenly have an idea, another theory. I thought Kana was going to be the person from the other world. What if it's the MC, actually? That's why he doesn't have any parents in this world. He's not from this world. His parents are in another world, in one of the other worlds. It's just that he has used the powers of Shinku so often that he has just straight up forgotten his own origins or something. Sounds plausible. God, it's hot! Blistering hot sun is baking my skin. My body feels sluggish and weary. The asphalt appears to be taking a beating too. You'd think it's about to melt. Why do I have to do this? Is that Coca-Cola?
口ばっかり言っても涼しくなんてならないぞ。むしろますます暑くなるだけだ。
I know, Shinku, you don't have to tell me that. Can't help my attitude. After all, today is Sunday. I couldn't ultimately bring myself to say no to Shigure's requests, so I'm currently about to go shopping with Kana. You'd think she'd be able to go shopping by herself. No, not without her glasses. Those are my honest thoughts, but Shinku's right. Moaning and groaning won't change anything. If I don't want to be in this situation, then my only option is to suck it up, get it over with as quickly as possible. Alright, Kana.
Hi.
Walking behind me, she raises her head and responds as I call her name.
何でしょうか?
Could you read our shopping list from top to bottom one more time, please?
はい、わかりました。なんだったかな?
She reaches into the bag hanging from her arm, then takes out a single piece of notepad paper and unfolds it.
今日の買い物の予定はですね、制服の寸法合わせと、それと私服の購入と、教科書一式の注文です。あと、それから。
She's staring intently at the paper with a frown on her face. And there's more.
はい、それから、メガネ屋さんにも行かなくちゃいけません。
Alright, hope you find a pair of glasses you like.
はい、ありがとうございます。だけど、私としては、メガネとしての機能がしっかりと備わっているものだったら、どんなものでも構わないんです。
Any old pair?
はい、どんなものでもです。
Oh, so you'd be fine with a pair of Coke bottle glasses. I was trying to be a little cheeky, but she remains unfazed.
はい、もちろんです。構いませんよ。
She wears a bright smile.
メガネだなんて、高価なものを買っていただけるなんて、それだけで私は感激なんです。
She nods deeply, indicating just that. Okay, so you'd really take anything. I figured she'd get mad at my little provocations, saying she wanted something stylish, or at the very least something normal. It ruins all the fun, I guess. If she's happy, then I haven't any real reason to complain. Come to think of it, your old glasses were exactly like that. Huge, thick lenses, kind of reminds you of the bottom of the glasses bottle.
はい、私としては新しいものを買っていただかなくても、以前のものをちょちょいっと直してもらうだけでも十分なんですが。
You really treasure your belongings, huh? That's a good thing, in my honest opinion. But do you really not have a single care in the world about the appearance? I don't think anyone would blame you for being a little more picky.
そうですか? あのメガネ、可愛いと思いますけど。
Seriously?
はい、とっても。
Well, good for you, I guess.
私、古いものが好きなんです。どちらかというと。
Fair enough. Well, they're her glasses. If she's fine with it, then so be it. Alright, then let's start with the eye store. That good with you?
はい、よろしくお願いします。
It's gonna take a while for her to actually get the glasses anyways. We're in and out of the eye store in several minutes. Sure you don't want to try to get your old pair fixed? Bag in hand, we exit through the automatic sliding door as the clerk smiles at us and wishes us a good day. Don't know the story behind him or anything, but you obviously care about him a lot.
はい、いいんです。あのメガネを直すにはレンズを丸々交換しなければいけないと店員さんに、そこまでしたらもう別物になってしまうような気がしますから。
What they?
はい、だからもういいんです。メガネを卒業するにはちょうどいい頃合いだったんだと思います。
To clarify, Kana didn't have any old glasses repaired, nor did she buy a new pair. Instead, she took the clerk's advice and settled on a pair of contacts. This pisses me off again. First off, contacts, you can't wear them without fucking end. Contacts have a fucking... First off, they need to also be prescription. Unless she just happens to have a very even, quote-unquote, like, disconnect for the eyes. And secondly, contacts, they have expiry dates. These are the good ones. Like, most of the ones that don't have them, based on my memory, are, like, hard plastic, which they are uncomfortable, apparently. And again, I raise another point of, contacts are fucking uncomfortable. If anything, I have several questions for that clerk for being like, oh, but contacts would be better. She came here to buy glasses. Like, come on, clerk. When she wants glasses, you advise them about glasses aren't immediately like, oh, but you should get contacts, though. People are much more likely to just want glasses because not a lot of people are comfortable with contacts. Therefore, she won't be wearing glasses anymore. Okay, if she personally talked about it, then never mind. Heat off the clerk. With a jolly smile, she carefully stows her old glasses case away in her bag. Really? Seems a bit silly. Fucking anime girl contact lenses just have like the fucking half the size of her fucking hand. She just has to put them in like this. Or like this. Great to hear. Now, how does it feel wearing contacts? I know you said they make you feel more adult or whatever, but how's your vision? Any clearer? Hi. She's smiling from ear to ear. Nice. So you're satisfied with them? Good for you. Seeing her this overjoyed because of something so trivial fills me with the same joy. I'm even compelled to admit that I'm glad I came out here with her today. How does it? Makes sense then. I've always had pretty good eyesight, so I've never experienced what it's like wearing glasses. As someone that wears glasses, I personally don't really feel like odd if I'm not wearing glasses. I will sometimes, even though I'm not wearing glasses, like try to push up my glasses a bit. Just as a fucking habit, even. But that's about it, really. Like, what I will say, however, is that I can look at myself in the mirror while I'm not wearing glasses, and I would just look off to myself. Like, I'm so used to my glasses, not from seeing through them, but from seeing myself with the glasses because of this whole YouTube thing. You know, I have to look over here every now and again to make sure everything's running smoothly, and every time I see myself. So I'm just used to seeing myself with glasses. So whenever I see myself without glasses, it's just odd. Certainly doesn't help that my eyes just look smaller all of a sudden, because like with my glasses, it looks like my eyes are roughly taking up this much space just because of the glasses. So when I take off my fucking glasses and suddenly it just goes down to this, it just looks odd. Fucking dot eyes. In comparison, you know? So what's next on the list? We better not waste too much time, otherwise we won't get to all the stories we need to.
ですね。次は制服を見に行ってもいいでしょうか。
Sure sounds like a plan. If memory serves me, there's a pretty nice clothing store somewhere around here. Over the next few hours, we went from store to store buying all the necessary things for Kana.
ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんですが、いいですか、ユーマさん。
After checking off all the items on our shopping list, we decided to take a bit of a break at the park located near the shopping district. For a full recap, following the uniform, we took care of more miscellaneous items like notebooks, stationery, and whatnot. And lastly, we shopped for non-uniform clothing. So leisure wear, pajamas, underwear, and the like, one set of each. Needless to say, I was entirely uninvolved in the selection of our undergarments. Sure, what is it?
はい、確認したいことがあるんです、私。
Fine by me, so what is it? Something serious?
いえ、それはですね。
She fidgets around uncomfortably. Must be something hard to say.
なんて言ったらいいんでしょうか。難しいですね、これは。
Sorry, one second. Can I ask you a question first?
はい、どうぞどうぞ。
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you did buy casual clothes earlier, right?
はい、そうですね。買わせていただきました。私にはもったいないくらいの可愛い服を。
Right. So, is there any particular reason why you're still walking around in that maid outfit?
と言いますと、
We just bought your normal outfit. So, you shouldn't have a need to wear the maid outfit anymore. Like, do you not feel restricted in that?
別に窮屈だなんてことはないですが。
She glances down at her chest region. Not physically, I meant more in the mental sense. You've only been wearing that because you had nothing else to wear, right? Temporarily, basically. And it served its purpose now that you have other clothes to wear.
それは確かにそうですけど、でも私この服気に入っていますので。
The writer's poorly disguised fetish. Devs, I guess you could say. Like, how many fucking favorite, like, how many games made by favorite have, like, how many fucking games made by favorite have a maid outfit? Hold on. Heavy now.
それはもう一日中着ていても全く苦じゃないくらいです。
Okay. Scratch my head. Clueless as to what I'm supposed to say to that. No, I just figured maybe you'd want to change to your new outfit at the store and wear it around, you know.
そうですね。
She holds up the cuff of her skirt part of the uniform a tiny bit and then starts to rub her fingers across the fabric.
ですが私はもう少しこのままの格好でいたいかなってそう思い、せっかく買わせていただいたお洋服ですけれど、やっぱり私今のこのメイド服が好きなんだと思います。
The writer's poorly disguised fetish. Really love that thing, huh?
だからおいそれと脱いでしまうのがもったいないというか、ここで私服に変わるともうメイド服に袖を通す機会がなくなってしまうような、そんな感じがするんです。
Not really sure I follow, but I guess if you like it that much, there's no harm in wearing it.
はい、ありがとうございます。
She grinned with a slight hint of bashfulness that says,
それにこの服は使用人としての清掃、ユニフォームですから、そう簡単に脱いでしまうわけにはいきませんよね。
Your work uniform?
ましてや旦那様とご一緒させていただくときはなおさらです。
How many times do I need to hammer this into your brain? Stop with the darling stuff, please. And no masters off limits too.
そうですね。
She gives a firm
ま
nod.
だ席を入れていませんものね。
That's not what I was trying to say. At all.
でも大丈夫です。婚姻届ならここに。
Run. Okay, why are you carrying that on you? Wait a second. Please tell me I'm imagining this.
何がですか？
Do I really need to ask? There's a name written on the signature line for my name.
そうですね。筆跡もバッチリ見せてありますよね。
Forgery! Don't you fucking give me that smug ass look, which by the way is very adorable. But that is marriage fraud! Is this a joke? My boastful admission renders me completely and utterly
あ
speechless.
とはここにユーマさんが捺印してくだされば準備は万端整う感じです。私って気が利いてますよね。
No, not at all. How did you even, like, get that? And where'd you learn what my handwriting looked like in the first place?
はい、それは夏目さんが。
Yeah, go figure. Why'd I even ask? She still hasn't learned her lesson, has she? I guess the piping hot curry wasn't enough. Didn't I tell you not to go along with her nonsense? I swear I've told you this. How many times now?
はい、ですから今回は2人で一緒に計画しました。
Say what?
だから夏目さんがではなくて夏目さんとっていう方が正しいですね。ごめんなさい、言い間違えてしまいました。
Yeah. Alright. See the full picture now. I'm done with everything. This girl's too hopelessly lacking in the common sense department. Second thought, though, I feel like this doesn't even begin to describe just how mind-boggling her actions are. But however, I've come to expect that from her at this point. I get you. But why Susan? What does she even stand to gain from pulling childish pranks like this all the time?
単純に暇なんだろう。
So them and basically toys that exist for the sole purpose of providing them entertainment. Great.
そんなことありません。遊びなんてとんでも
There
ない
is
で
no
す。
smile on her face.
私はいつでも真剣なんです。遊んでなんかいませんよ。
Are you now? Press my fingers against my eyelids. I'm done with everything. Just do your worst. I don't even care anymore.
それってまさか。
Her cheeks blossom like a rose, and looking up at me through her eyelashes, she says,
これから2人で主役
We bought everything we need, so I'm ready to head back to the dorm if you are.
でも市役所は夕方には閉まっちゃうっていうか。
Also, remember to thank Shigure when we get back, alright? He's the one who paid for all this.
無視は嫌です。悲しいです。
She droops her shoulders and frowns. Maybe you don't ignore him when he's trying to say no then!
もちろん管理人さんにお礼はしますけど。
Good, it's important to show gratitude.
でもどうして。
Why what?
はい管理人さんはどうして私にこんなによくしてくださるんでしょうか。
That's just the sort of person he is. He's kind and obliging by nature.
個性。
Yep, I nod. If he sees someone in need, he feels obligated to help, even if that person is a total stranger with some pretty shady circumstances. That's just who he is. He'll probably die, but at the very least, that's my impression of him. A wonderful, kind-hearted person. But yeah, don't worry about inconveniencing him. Just make sure to say thank you, and you'll be fine.
そうですか。
Well, that kind of dragged on for a bit. You wanted me to ask something. You wanted to ask me something, right? What is it? Kana? Standing something behind her silence, he gazes into her eyes. What's the matter? He's staring intently at something. Follow her gaze and find a mother and child playing in the park's sandbox. She watches them quietly with a forlorn expression. I decide to wait for her to speak.
ユーマさん。
Yeah?
私の質問聞いてくれますか。
No, we're not thinking of baby names. I mean, of course.
ずっと気になっていたことです。質問します。
Mm-hmm.
ユーマさん、あなたは魔法使いで、そして逃がし屋さんなんですよね。
Yeah, I am. I do wish you'd stop calling me a sorcerer, though. I'm still an apprenticeship, but you're right, I do work as a liberator.
それではユーマさん、もしも私が。
Before continuing, she pauses a moment. After mentally readying herself, she raises her head and meets my gaze again.
私がもしもユーマさんに助けてくださいとお願いしたら、
Huh?
私を逃がしてください、私を自由にしてくださいと願ったら、そうすればユーマさんは私を助けてくれますか。私はユーマさんのお仕事にとても興味があります。
Our gazes meet, settle thereupon, before silence finally ensues. I attempt to squeeze out a question in order to rid the air of the tense, oppressive silence. But that are you making? Right as I'm about to speak the words, I form a request. My phone began to vibrate inside my pants pocket.
ユーマさん、お電話鳴っていますけど。
Right. Sorry, kinda interrupted our conversation. Mind if I excuse myself for a second to take this?
はい、どうぞ。
Thanks. Take it out of my pocket. Susan's name is displayed on the screen. That might not be good. To clarify, it is a work phone. So the fact that she's calling me could potentially mean some kind of emergency sprung up. I hit accept.
今どこにいる？
I hear her voice clearly. Our call is now over. I guess it's time. Connor, stuffed my phone back inside my pocket. You said you wanted to know what our work as liberators entails?
はい。
It's your lucky day and opportunities arisen for you to see firsthand what we do. I'll answer your question after that. Wind. Strong howling wind. The wind from the beyond performs its serenade as it prepares to steal the girl away. To fulfill our request this time around, we've ventured to a far-off parallel world. Don't give up, we're almost there! We run for dear life. Our destination is the dorm. Reach there. If you reach there, then we'll have liberated our client. We hold onto her hand as tightly as we can. We can't let go. We mustn't, no matter what. But the girl, who we assumed sought her own liberation, stops running all of a sudden and looks at us. Then, staring above the sky, she declares this is enough. The warmth of her hand is gone. In its place is a piercing sense of emptiness. If this world can be saved through my sacrifice, she continues, her eyes are bleak and lifeless. All I can see is resignation. I love my mom and dad, so if I can save the world that they live in by offering my life, then I gladly accept that fate. What are you saying? Come on, don't stand still. We have to keep going. We try to grasp her hands once more, but it's all in vain. My fingertips pass right through her, and Suzu's plea of encouragement merely grazes her earlobes. Blue of the sky bleeds through the translucent figure, indicating her body is losing its physical substance. Why? Don't be sad, I have no regrets dying this way. With each howl of the wind, the flame of her soul dwindles and dwindles away. Why'd you stop? I took an oath to rescue her. Stopping midway is supposed to be impermissible under any circumstances. I know we have no right to fight against her wishes if she's willingly chosen to resign herself to this fate. We have no right to force her to come with us. And as far as I can go, I don't have the energy to keep running any longer. But I have to keep repeating it. I have to keep repeating to persuade her. We're almost there. Our destination's just ahead. So why would you just give up like this? Sudden gust of yours. My eyes forcibly shut from the impact of the wind, so cold it stings my skin. Thank you, I'll never forget what you've done for me. And when they open, the girl is gone. Remaining are only us three, me, Suzu, and Kana, who's shadowing us on the job. We each stand there gazing up towards the sky that whisked this girl away from us. Feathers. Shimmering white feathers fall from the sky. The feathers of God, light as air, white as snow. They flitter and flutter. More and more fall, clouding our vision in white. Then wind. The wind is howling. The wind from the beyond, which whisked her away from me. The scenery which before me bears an uncanny resemblance to my dream. After returning to the basement, we migrated to the dining room, and now we sit at the table in silence, with tea that Kana made for us. The fact that our success rate still remains at a pitiful 0% is heavily weighing on us. I keep repeating in my mind, that's enough. Those words she spoke as the sky's color bled through her body. I have no regrets dying this way. She chose to give her own life in exchange for a world's salvation, to grant them another tomorrow. Please save us. I mutter inside my mind. My jobs over there always seem to resemble what I see in my dream. The people of these myriad worlds go about their lives unaware of the dark secret of this universe. That if not for continual human sacrifice, their worlds would be annihilated. Suzu then groans while scratching her head, clearly having gotten fed up with the gloomy atmosphere in the room. Suzu herself is an expert in various areas and has experience dealing with many different situations. Hardly anything is capable of making her feel powerless. Job requests from over there, however, are the sole exception.
少しお話を聞いてもいいでしょうか？もちろんいいよ。ユーマさんと夏目さん、そして管理人さん。
After mentioning our two names, she looks over at Shigure, who sits at the table with us.
皆さんのお仕事というのは一体どういうものなんですか？ユーマさんが私に具体的なお仕事の内容を見せていただいたわけですが、できればもう少しわかりやすくなるように言葉にして説明していただければ嬉しいなって思いまして。
ああ、そうだね。
After shooting a quick glance at me, he takes a sip of his tea before continuing.
まず、僕の方から説明させてもらおうか。僕たち3人の仕事を簡単に言うと。
Listen attentively to his words as I continue to sit in silence. I was going to answer the vast amount of questions that are no doubt swirling around inside Connor's head right now. The girl, the wind, the feathers that fell from the sky, and the girl's subsequent disappearance. What does it all mean? That was she saying the things she was saying, protecting the world, sacrificing herself.
今日君が見たあの子のような人たちを救い出すこと、それが僕たちのユウマくんと夏目くんのお仕事なんだ。
救い出す？
そう。この世の全てをまとめる理不尽な拘束力に目をつけられ、不自由を強制された人間たちをこの寮の敷地内まで逃がすんだ。
救い出すって一体何からですか？
そうだね。スムーズに共通理解を得るためには、まず前提として話さなくてはいけないことが
I don't know about y'all, but this sounds like we're fighting God. No wonder Shinku's theme sounds like a JRPG overworld. This is a secret JRPG. Because as we know, all JRPGs need to end with you fighting God. Following that, Chidori holds up his index
も
finger.
う君も知っている通り、この世にはたくさんの世界がある。そう、たくさん。この学生寮の地下室からつながれる世界だけではなく、本当にたくさんの世界がある。どうしてそのようなものがあるのかと問われても、あるのだからあるのであって仕方がない。ともかく、そうして、それら数ある全ての世界を滑る場所が、この世のどこかにあるんだ。
すべての世界を滑る場所？
ああ、うん。ちょっと例え話をしようか。僕たちはよく、何か個人の力では耐え難く思えるような災難に遭遇すると、神様どうかお願いします、と祈るだろ？神様どうかお願いします。私たちを助けて、という具合に。
そうですね。そういうこともあると思います。
Doo-doo. Sorry.
その場所そのものが僕たちの言う神様なんだ。その世界、その場所が僕らの概念上で言う神様なんだと置き換えることができる。
世界が、場所が、それそのものが神様？
そう。わかりにくいかもしれないけれど、その場所がこの世に生きる命や自然現象などの全てを支配している。僕も君もこの町に生きる人たちだけじゃなくて、もっともっと多くの人たちの事象を全て把握している。
事情ですか？
それは僕たちの運命だったり宿命だったり、そういうものの全てをということだよ。何も自立した人間的思考回路が超越者でなくてはならないという道理はどこにもないんだ。意志を持たない場所やものが神様だってあり得ていい。そしてもう一つだけ雑談をしようか。これからまた突飛な話をするけれど、どうか引いたりしないでほしいんだ。
はい、わかりました。
She nods in assent. Outlandish and inconceivable, he said. You'd think that nothing could possibly be more inconceivable than what he just said. Yet Kana awaits eagerly for his continuation with bated
カナ
breath.
ちゃんは集合的無意識という考え方を聞いたことはないかな。
Me and collective conscience is a very good soundtrack.
いいえ。
それは宗教や哲学の枠内にある超自然的な考え方だ。人間の未来も過去も現在も、その全てがつぶさに記録されている精神的な真相世界がこの宇宙のどこかにあり。
So that's the fucking crumbling Tower of Babel we see at the start. Oh my... That's literally just the library. That is literally just the library. What are you gonna fucking tell me that there's shepherds here next? Funny because literally just before this part I was responding to comments real quick before I started recording. And for one of them, someone was like, "Oh, you don't have to worry. No one is going to be forced to wear anything." When he during the scene where Natsume says that she intended to buy a bunch of outfits to put the MC into. And I just responded, yeah, okay, good to know, because I have lost all trust since Daitojo-kan. And would you look at that? Right after I fucking wrote that, the library shows up, apparently.
その場所にはこの世にあり続けるものには逃れようのない、決して避けることのできない運命が事細かに決められ存在していると、そういう考え方だ。そういった信仰や哲学を迷信だオカルトだと唯物論者や科学者たちは決して認めようとはしないけれど、でもね、真実の蓋を開けてみると、そういった得意点が実際に存在しているんだよ。認めようと認めまいと、信じようと信じまいと、重力の力が誰しも平等に働くように、それはごく当たり前に僕らの静かなる隣人としてすぐ横に存在している。繰り返すようだけど、僕が神様と定義づけるその場所にはこの世の全てが詰まっているんだ。もちろん今日僕が君にこの話をするということも含まれているとも言える。微妙な言い方をして申し訳ないが、この領内は不干渉地帯で例外だからね。とともかく予定調和なんだよ。何事も全ては決められた通りに物事は生まれて進み終わっていく。そういう風にして、その神様の場所にはこの世の全ての詳細なシナリオが詰め込まれているわけだ。
この世界のてっぺん。
Sorry. Hold on. Hold on, I need to put the joke. God damn, I can't find it right now. Hold on, let me just boop. Motherfucker, I can't do this joke. Oh, right, that was Scott Shattering Star and not Apex of the World. That makes sense. So yeah, my joke wouldn't have even made sense, so... So much for that. God damn it.
場所なんですか？どういった世界なんですか？
そうだな。そこのところはなんて説明をすればわかりやすいのか。
うん。それならそこから先は私が説明しようか。
Seeing Shikata ruminating with an uncomfortable frown on his face, Suzu steps in and takes the reins.
そこはね、本屋さんなんだよ。
本屋さんですか？
She nods with a short
そ
yep.
れは不思議な本屋だ。
Yeah, there's the big old
So cool,
fucking Tower of Babel.
誰も知らない遠い遠いところにある、どのような願いも叶う不思議な場所なんだ。
願いが叶う。どんな願いもですか？
うん。今管理人がその場所を神様と言ったけど、私はちょっと違う意見だな。その本屋を例えて言うなら、あの世というか天国と言った方がよりしっくりくるように私は思うんだ。
天国の本屋さんですか？
ああ、そうだね。そういえばそんなタイトルの本があったな。あれは素敵なお話だった。
The jocular smile and she nods before
そこへ
continuing.
は生きている人間はいけないんだ。私たちが最果ての古書店と呼ぶその本屋のドアを開けられるのは死んだ人間の命だけ。その場所には、その本屋には死んだ人間の魂だけが自動的に集められ、そうしてその命は一冊の本にまとめられる。
死んだ人間は本になる。
そう。心の中に夢を叶える特別な力を付与されて。
夢を叶える特別な力？
So Shinku's dead, we all agree on that. Like, Shinku is one of the books from this library somehow come to this world.
うん。ちょっと話がずれちゃうけど、いいかな。
Kind of gives a slight nod and Suzu, give him confirmation, continues.
人間の命には一人一人特性があってね。誰にでも生まれた時から決まっている魂に刻まれた約束があるんだ。
約束？
そう。その約束をこの人生の中で果たしていきます。そうして私は必ず幸せになりますと決意して、みんなこの世に生まれてくるんだ。どんなに冷酷非情な極悪人だったとしても、もともとはそういうものなんだよ。人間の命は誰しも平等に、与えられるものが多かれ少なかれ、幸せになるために、そうして巡り合うより多くの誰かを幸せにするためにこの世に生まれてくる。だからその神様の場所は、この世に生まれる命が魂の約束を果たせるようにと願いをかけるんだ。心の中に特別な力を持たせてね。人の心は特別だから、願えば何でも叶うんだ。神様が誰しも平等にその力を与えてくれてる。多くの人はその力に気づけない。いや、気づこうともしないままだけど。
どうしてそんなに、その神様の世界は私たち人間を手厚く扱ってくれるんですか？そうすることでその場所に何か利益があるのでしょうか？私にはどうしてもそこのところが理解ができません。特に改まったお礼も感謝もありがとうの言葉も何も口にしない私たちなのに、辛い時は助けられて当然とさえ無意識の領域のどこかでは思っているような
Well, that's where the
私たちなのに、
twist comes in.
お礼を口にする正しい相手さえも知ろうともしない、そんな私たちをそうまでして宝物のような扱いをする必要性と利益がどこかにあるのでしょうか？
It's probably not that it treats humans as prized jewels, but as prized livestock. or
それに
something.
ついては非常に簡単だ。
簡
神様の場所は
Or
人
or
間
not.
のことが
Huh.
大好きなんだ。この動機さえあれば十分。それだけで利益につながる。個人的な利己意識が満たされる。そういった利益に、自分が好きなものには無条件に甘やかしてやりたくなるだろ。とにかくそのようにして一冊にまとめられた魂の本は最果てにある古書店の書架に収められ、次に生まれ変わるまで静かに順番を待つ。心に、
心？
そう、心の中に秘めた魂の約束を果たす力を使える日を夢見てね。とまあ、だいぶ話がずれたけれど、ともかくそのようにして輪のように命は巡るんだ。ぐるぐるぐるぐる、ぐるぐると。
To demonstrate, she twirls her two index fingers around in the air.
それがこの世界のルールというか原則というか。ともかく、それが決まりなんだ。この世に生まれた人間の命なら、誰しもその束縛から解放されることはない。
本屋。最果ての古書店。死んだ人間は本になる。
I do actually like that this is the way that they are explaining all of this shit by having someone want to learn about this shit and then just them explaining it to her. After murmuring to herself for a few seconds, she speaks
な
up.
るほど、そうなんですか。と素直にうなずいてしまうには、にわかには信じがたい話ですね。
まあ、普通はそうだよね。
After another short period of silent contemplation, Kana slowly opens her mouth again to speak, eyes directed at
と
Suzu.
りあえず、まずは今のお話をすべて本当だと飲み込んだとして、その神様の世界の本屋さんと今日のあの子とどういう関係があるんですか？
うん。それはね。
A visible frown on her face, she trails off as she struggles to find the right words.
そこからが本題なんだ。
This time it's Shigeru who steps in to save
この
Suzu.
世のどこかにあるというその本屋の力がどうやら異常をきたしたみたいなんだ。
異常ですか？
そう。どうしてだかその本屋がまだ死ぬべきではないこの世に生きる人間たちの命を乱獲し始めた。次から次へと。理由はわからない。その発端もわからない。人間のことが大好きだったはずの神様の世界は理由もなく今を生きる人間たちの命を次々と奪い始めたんだ。
どうしてそんなことが？
さあ、どうしてだろうね。人間が大嫌いになったのかな。争いばかりを繰り返す強欲な奴らに愛想を尽かしたのかな。それはわからないんだ。
Listen, all I'm saying is that maybe it's time for God to leave the fucking stage.
何せ相手は僕たちと同じような自律的な思考回路を持つ意志的な存在じゃないと思われるから。だからおい、どうしたんだ？どこか調子でも悪いのかという具合にして訳を問いただすこともできない。ともかく神様の世界は人間たちの命を無差別に乱獲し始めた。その事実だけが確かなものとしてある。その自然災害のようなものから逃がしてあげるのが僕たち3人の仕事なんだ。
風。
風ですか？
そう、風だよ。空から降ってくる真っ白な羽。最果てからそれを運んでくる肌を刺すような冷たい風。それが合図だ。最果ての古書店に目をつけられた命がその2つに捕まってしまえばそれで最後。でもね、本来そういった現象は 異世界の中ではそれほど珍しいものでもなかったんだ。神様の世界がその力を暴走させる前から定期的にそういった現象は起こっていたんだ。それはまるで真夏の台風のように恒例のものだというか、風物詩のようなものだった。
風物詩？誰かの命がさらわれていってしまうのが私的なものだということなんですか？
言ったろ。神様の世界は人間のことが大好きなんだ。だから決して人を孤独にはさせない。その命がこの世に生まれてくる前に決めるんだ。家族や恋人、友達といった近しい人を必ず傍らに幾人かは置いておくはずなんだ。だけど時々ちょっとした手違いで天涯孤独となってしまった人間を見つけると、自分の場所に呼び寄せてその本屋で暮らさせたりもする。本来あの風もあの羽もその前触れを知らせるための合図だったんだ。寂しい誰かの孤独を消し去るためのね。
それは寂しい人を神様の世界が自分の住処に招待して、そして一緒に暮らすということですか？
These are a shit ton of assumptions being thrown around, by the way.
まあ簡単に言ってしまえばそういうことになるのかな。
Because for all we know, they are just throwing around theories. Like, none of them have ever been there, so they can't tell for sure that that's what's actually happening.
でもなぜだろう。今そうした現象が無差別に起きてる。神様の世界、最果ての古書店が連れ去る相手は孤独でも一人きりでも何でもない、幸せな者たちばかりとなった。ともかく凶暴化した人間の命を連れ去る最果てからの風が目をつけた人の命の光をじわりじわりと連れ去っていくんだ。目をつけられた命はどこまでもどこまでもその風に追われることになる。走るのをやめた時、その風に追いつかれてしまった時が最後だ。
Could it be that the person behind the sealed door is like one of the few people that they did manage to save? And that's why he never leaves a room. I assume it's a she, by the way. I have my theory about that character.
その命は体ごと最果てへと持っていかれてしまう。だからそんな異常事態に目をつけられた人間を自由にするために私たちは働いている。いつか神様の世界、最果ての古書店にたどり着き、その異常を正す日までね。
その世界の場所は分かってはいないんですか？
今のところは3人で力を合わせて探してはいるけれど、この世には本当にたくさんの世界があるから何千何万では済まないくらいたくさんね。
なんだか気の遠くなる作業ですね。それは。
そうだね。一人の力では到底成し遂げることのできないお仕事だ。だからこうして3人が力を合わせて戦ってるんだよ。
3人で？
She falls silent and gazes at each of our faces one by one.
ここで少しだけお話を整理しようか。まず管理人のこいつがこいつ自身に備わっている特別な力を使い、そして無数に存在する異世界の中から例のバグ状態にある最果ての古書店に目をつけられ、今まさに命をさらわれようとしている人間を探し出す。そうして見つけ出したその人間がまだ死にたくない、自由になりたいと私たちに願うのならば、私とユウくんが依頼者をあの風の手が届かない場所まで逃がすんだ。逃がし屋の私たちが旅のアイロをかいくぐり、この領内にまでね。
依頼者ですか？
世の中には喜んで最果てに命を差し出す者たちもいるからね。誰しもみんな死にたくないと願う人ばかりじゃないんだ。と言い
ますと、
各世界によっては最果ての古書店に目をつけられた命が自らその命を差し出さなければ、その世界は跡形もなく消滅してしまうと信じられている。
そんな。
たった一人の犠牲を立てるだけで その世界はこれまでと変わらず連綿と平和を享受していくことができる。
Oops. A brief silence occupies the room. A silence so solemn, so suffocating that not a single sound could be heard.
管理人さんが管理人さんが依頼者さんを見つけ出すことができるとはどういうことですか？特別な力？神様の世界の本屋さんに目をつけられた人を管理人さんが探してくるということなんですか？
それは惜しいな。遠からずも近からずといった具合だ。
With a grin, Shiguda fetches a pipe from his sleeve and sticks it into his mouth.
ちょっとした告白をするとね、僕には生まれつきとある面白い力が備わっているんだ。
面白いですか？
そう。もうここまで来ると突飛な話には慣れちゃってるかもしれないけれど。
He stuffs some finely chopped tobacco into the bowl of the pipe and then lights it with a match. After finishing the series of steps, he gets ready to take a huff, but stops for some reason. It's already past nightfall, so the interior of the room has become considerably dim. Suddenly, without warning, something emitting a faint, soft light appears.
これは
あ、噂をすればというやつなのかな。
He holds out his fingertip to which the thing softly lands on. That thing is a butterfly. A luminescent butterfly, fragile in appearance, almost like a finely crafted piece of origami that used the orange light of the full moon as paperboard. I don't know why I got water there. With each flap of its wings, a beautiful powder of light scatters through the air. A light that's soft on the eyes. That's soft on the eyes and strangely comforting. Connor? But despite that, Connor is aghast as though she has just seen a ghost. Everything alright?
管理人さん、
She quickly addresses Shigure, paying my question no
それ
mind.
は何ですか？危険なものではないのですか？そうして触れていても大丈夫なものなのですか？
危険？いや、そんなことはないよ。これは僕の家に代々伝わる術式で、名称を胡蝶の式という。この式を刺激し、僕がやれることは、なくしたものを探し出すということだ。
While saying that, he takes out a bulky ledger and opens it on a blank page. Then he looks at the luminescent butterfly resting on his fingertip and speaks to it.
おかえり。お勤めご苦労だったね。
He softly breathes a puff of air on the butterfly, and then, accompanied by a soft sound, the luminescent butterfly's shape dissolves and disappears into the open ledger Shigure holds in one of his hands. Shortly after, ink letters fill the page that was blank mere moments ago. Handwriting so beautiful, one would think it was written by a master of calligraphy.
なるほど。そうか。
He quickly reads the ink message spelled out on the page and then nods to
やは
himself.
りというかなんというか。分かりきった結果ではあったかな。
で、どうだった？私の本はどこにあるって？
Suze peers at the page of the ledger while
少し
inquiring.
前に途中まで読んで、そのままにしていた小説がどこにもなくって困ってたんだよね。
そうだな。四季が持ち帰った情報によると、探し物のありかは君の部屋だ。東大元暮らしというのかな。ともかく、あのカオスな部屋に埋もれてる。
ああ、なるほどなるほど。要するに探し方が足りなかったってこと？
Maybe so, Shigure remarks with a nod, then tears out the open page of the ledger and passes it to Suzu, continuing, there are details if you're interested.
これだからいつも言ってるだろう。本はちゃんと整理しておかないといけないって。毎回、君がデブ症なばかりに行方不明となった本のありかを探すのは、なかなかにめんどくさいんだよ。楽じゃない。少しは探す方の身にもなってほしいものだよ。
なんだよ、お前にだけは言われたくないんだってそのセリフ。お前の部屋だって似たような具合で汚れまくってんじゃんか。
しっけえな。僕の場合は、あれはあれでちゃんと整理されているんだ。どこに何があるのか、僕にはちゃんと把握できてるんだよ。
ああ、そうかよ。 そいつは悪うございましたね。
She pouts with pursed lips, but quickly cools
でも
down.
まあ、ありがとうな。これですっきりした。さーて、続きを読むぞ。
Shouting to herself, let's get searching, she leaves the dining room.
とまあそういうわけで、以上が僕が使える式の力の証明。僕の力の詳細を一言にまとめると、探し物の式を使い、なくしたもののありかを探し出す力だ。
After that, he opens a fresh page on his ledger. Pulling a calligraphy pen from his sleeves, he then writes some letters on the blank page, and then relights a pipe in his mouth with a match. Lastly, he inhales a deep huff.
いつまでたってもタバコは慣れない。難儀な体だ。
He exhales the thick tobacco smoke, coughing profusely. The smoke then combs the letters spelled out on the ledger.
おいでおいで。出ておいで。どうか力を貸してくれ。
And right before our eyes, the smoke begins to morph into a fluttering butterfly, much like the one we just saw.
この力の使用条件は以下の通りだ。この帳簿に墨を使って探したいものの名前を書く。そうしてこの特別なタバコの煙を使って墨の文字そのものを式として権限化させる。そうすることで僕が体内で飼っている式に明確な命令を下すんだ。今回はあれを探し出してきてほしいという感じでね。
Kind of stares at the luminescent butterfly, mesmerized. That single faint glow amidst the darkness like the flame of a candle.
この力を使って最果ての古書店に目をつけられた人間を探し出す。それが僕の役割だ。帳簿に書きつける探し物の名前は依頼者。ひどく曖昧だ。漠然としすぎている。だから探し出すのに時間もかかるし、その確率も非常に低い。そして時々商人の町で町人たちがなくしたものを探したりもしてる。ゆうまくんや夏目くんが逃がし屋なら、僕はさしずめ探し物屋といったところかな。
探し物屋。
そう、ゆうまくんたちと同様に依頼があればどのようなものでも探し出す。それがここの管理人形と並行する僕個人の仕事だ。さて、これくらいで一通りは終わったかな。
管理人さん、最後にもう一つだけ質問をしてもいいでしょうか。
何かな。
その力では神様の世界を探し出すことはできないんですか？神様の世界を探し出してその暴挙を止めるのがユーマさんたちの目的なら、そうした方が依頼者さんを探すよりも早いんじゃないのかなって、そう思ってしまいます。
探してるよ。ずっと探し続けてる。だけどこの僕の力は命あるものや特定の場所のみを探し出すのには不向きなんだ。それでも決して不可能だというわけではないけれど、だけどその精度は非常に下がる。あくまでもなくしたものを探し出すことが前提のものだからね。そして依頼者だって命あるものだ。それらを探し出すのだって得意じゃないけど、でも特定の場所という空間を探し出すよりかは随分優しい。
そうなんですか。
Kind of seems to ruminate on something for a minute after hearing that.
それでは以上が今現在の僕たち大人がかなちゃんに教えてあげられる事情のすべてだ。あとはゆうまくんに任せようと思う。このような話をかなちゃんに聞かせるというのはそれ相応の道理があるのだろうからね。
For those final words, he also wanders out of the dining room. Now that only the two of us are left, the room is engulfed in silence. Not an awkward one, though. A serene silence. The only thing to be heard is the slow, constant tick of the second hand on the wall clock. Man. That's gonna be your reaction right now because you're gonna be fucking fed up with me at this point because I'm ending the part again. Terrible. I don't know why the game just does not agree with me as of late. Not the game, just my attention span, I guess you could say. My hyperfixations. It's not that I can't continue playing. I could continue playing. It's just that it's very fucking late. Like you just saw. It's 1 a.m. Whoops. Yeah, there. It's fucking 1 a.m. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye bye.